graphics, boy. I'm so impressed, boy.
We can't throw away these signs
yet. We're not. I'm waiting to well, I've done been 50. Well, my next birthday, boy, we'll use them, okay?
We'll just add numbers.
Yeah, we'll just add some numbers onto them. Much cheaper that way.
Yeah.
Oh, man, boy. Well, I still get feedback on the, one guy said, why does it take me so long to get seated beside you? I said, please, is that all you got to worry about? Bullet, what the heck, man? Another guy loved our hats. Bullet asked us we're going to start wearing them every week. I know. I said, please, yeah. Everything we want them to get out of this great show, they don't get.
Exactly.
Bullet. But anyway, so a lot of stuff going on, Bullet. Hot off the presses, bro. One guy told me to stuff this in. I'm going to leave it out more just because he said that.
Okay. That sounds like
what
a plan.
Heck, man.
You know, I might stuff some stuff out with.
I love that, Bullet.
Got a little something hang out of mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there you go.
I'm telling you, people, whatever y'all tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you tell us to do, we're going to do the opposite.
Exactly. You don't like this? Deal with it. You know?
Okay.
All right, we're getting
That's
serious?
a good line. We got to say that. I'll say it again for the show.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle.
Yes.
You heard the claps. You know what time it is? George, how was your week?
Bullet, unbelievable. You know, the talk of the wrestling world, well, I like to say talk of the wrestling world, was the reunion. Well, I never was a Killer Bee. But anyway, the reunion and maybe the downfall of the Killer Bees was this past weekend, of course, in Clayton, North Carolina. I teamed with Brian Blair. First time ever, Bullet.
I believe that.
Probably the first and the last time that he'll ever want to tag with me again. But huge show in Clayton. Always does good out there for Lewis Moore and his group. Had a heck of a house. He thought it was down a little bit, but I'm looking out there and I'm very excited because, you know, all of my houses are down. But I was very excited about that one. Of course, Bushwhacker Luke and Ricky Morton had a lot of years in that ring, Bullet. A lot of years in that ring. And it was just a good night. We all had a great time. A lot of people got to meet, you know, Brian Blair for the first time. And so anyway, that was real good, Bullet. So I had a great week. And on the end of that, real quick, Bullet, I want to just start off. This thing, the ink is still wet on this. Everybody knows every year, Super Bowl weekend, Bullet. You know, the talk this year is the Super Bowl may be played in the snow, Bullet, because it's going to be way up there. But anyway, a lot of football games this week in the snow. I'm taking up bowling since my Cowboys lost again last night. But anyway, Sue it was horrifying.
45. It's like I think it's the third time they've given.
Well, you know, we cover
points.
all forms of entertainment here on this great TV show, Sonny and Cher do. And you know, the thing I can't understand, everybody knows how much I love the Cowboys, but you know, fourth quarter they're down by 40 points. You don't run the ball. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You're down by 40 points. I swear they ran the ball. But anyway, you can say, oh, is that who made the idiot bag? No, we got a good one coming for the idiot bag. I'm almost putting my Cowboys in there, but I won't. But anyway.
Luckily, the division's weak enough. They still might be in the playoffs.
I know. Everybody else is so bad, they may sneak in. But anyway, Saturday, February the 1st, folks, 2014. Believe it or not, Bullet, I can't believe it's here. Seagrove Super Show, Reborn Again. It's going to be a Brad Armstrong tribute show. Just something that I want to do, Bullet. The whole event is a big fundraiser for the young girls knockout softball team. And this is their fundraiser for them, as we talked last year, for them to go out and play in tournaments and stuff like that. So we just asked everybody to come and attend this. I'm actually going to put together with highspots.com a little DVD of just me and Brad, one of our great matches, and just have it available there tonight. And I spoke with Brad's family. They're very excited about Brad's name just being on something where it helps these young kids. And you know me, Bull, as much as we love Brad Armstrong, we just do it. I'm doing it to keep his name alive.
Yeah.
Everybody said, why are you going to do it? I said, because we can, Bullet.
Well, and you know, it is a tribute show for Brad Armstrong. It is a fundraiser event for high school girls softball team. You know, now with that being said and announced, I want to know who's going to come out of the woodwork and talk crap about this show. I can't wait for the comment that somebody said, "Oh, we got Brad Armstrong picture on there like he's going to appear."
That's exactly
I can't wait for the person like, "Oh, where's all that money going, George?"
That's exactly right.
I'm waiting for the negativity out of this positive event, positive on both ends.
Exactly.
I'm waiting for the negativity to come out of the woodwork. So please, as a reminder, at Man Scout Manning. Jake at High Spots. I'm on Facebook under my real name, Jake Feuerbach. Please send all comments and complaint about the Brad Armstrong Tribute Show, which is a fundraiser for a high school girls softball team.
Exactly.
Please.
Exactly, Bullet. And everybody's going to say, you know, y'all fired up this week, but Bullet, every show, you know, we talked about even someone making a mistake of the WrestleCade poster won't know why a dead wrestler was on there. The goof thought that one of the Road Warriors was Powers of Pain. Oh my gosh! And wonder why we put and it even goes back to last year in Gastonia right before the death of Reed Flair. They had a huge tribute show there and had a picture of Reed on the poster, which I love it. My whole thing, Bullet. One reason is we can do it because we want to. I mean, and don't have to answer to any of you goofballs. But if one person leaves this event, maybe a new wrestling fan, Bullet, you never know, that just wants to look up and see who Brad Armstrong is. That's why we do our Wahoo tributes, Bullet, and for no other reason. If someone just starts enjoying Brad's matches, me and his wife talked a lot this week about that and how Brad still touches people. I had a guy come up to me in Clayton, North Carolina, at my gimmick table and just start telling me how he met Brad at one of the fan conventions and how nice Brad Armstrong was to him. So the name still stays alive, and I love that. And I shared that with Brad's wife and his little girl about how Brad's still touching people, and I love that, Bullet. I mean, I do. And so thank you so much for saying that, because I'm sure they're going to start coming in. Well, where's the money going? Where does the money really go to that? And but we're doing it because I love Brad Armstrong. Everybody knows that, but we like to help out. And of course, this is probably another event that you just found out, Bullet, that you're booked on. So anyway,
card subject to change.
Yeah, all my guys learn to work. That's hurt me, Bullet. All my children learn to work, and other people want y'all to come and play in their backyard, in their sandbox, and I hate that. But as a dad, I'm very proud, Bullet. So anyway, great week. Got another busy week this week, Bullet. So believe it or not, I don't know when you do a podcast interview, but Colt Cabana's my best friend. I don't know how long you do a podcast, and it's supposed to stay in people's minds, Bullet. Last week I sold 2 books from persons that tell me that they heard my interview. I don't know if the cassette tape is stuck and I'm constantly playing on podcast, Bullet, but it's working.
Well, I think it's a situation of people going on long trips, much like I did this weekend. I actually went through the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast library, and actually, to bring it all back around here, is a lot of the top guys like Lance Storm, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash. A lot of those guys, every one of those guys, at least one moment at a time, mentioned Brad Armstrong.
I love that.
Believe it or not, when they talk about best dropkick, when they talk about quality workers,
I love that.
That discussion always comes up, and every one of these top guys that made millions of dollars, they talk about Brad Armstrong.
I love that. I love that.
So it's in a sense of they find out about Brad through the podcast, but also in a sense, the podcast that people found out about you.
Right. Exactly.
And I'm listening to podcasts that are several months old.
Right.
So I'm finding out all kinds of stuff.
And see, I learned.
So you were going to live forever in infamy.
I love that.
Because of this book and that podcast.
See, I love that because here on Sunday and Share show, Sunday or Share, whichever one I am this week, I'm still learning all this modern technology stuff.
Because we're not going to get famous off this show. It's going to be off this book or the podcast you just did.
Yes, that's exactly right. So my question here, as we all, we give information out to the people. You can listen to that podcast anytime you want to, right? I mean,
and there's probably somebody who's going to hear it 3 months from now.
Oh, I love that. See, that's all. Oh, me. I love that, Bullet. So the fans may not get rid of me anytime soon, Bullet.
5 years now, somebody could say, let's do an interview with yours. And then
Bullet, I love that. And, everything's so exciting. A week or so from Christmas, Bullet. What the heck, Bullet? It's coming faster than I'm just telling you, it's here, Bullet. Had a great little birthday this past week with my little grandbaby, Dallas. He's mad because I don't plug his name on here. He says I talk about everybody else but him, but he's not old enough to be a goof yet, so he can't make the idiot bag. But someone has made the idiot bag, Bullet, and it's back. The idiot bag actually takes bookings, folks. Mm-hmm. Believe it or not. If you're running a show and you got somebody you want to put in the idiot bag, you send the money first, and we'll send the bag. Everybody got a price for $1 million man. But Bullet, listen. Everybody knows. I just said I was in Clayton. Brian Blair was there first time. Everybody knows Brian Blair has written a book, and and I don't even know the title of it, but it's supposedly, and it's been out a few years, but the book's actually just a listing of backstage terms and stuff, kind of whatever kayfabe words or whatever, how we supposedly talk. Mm-hmm. But anyway, as I was sitting there, Brian Blair just got a picture made with him holding my book, of course. I wouldn't hold his. No, he didn't ask me. But anyway, and a guy comes up. And this guy, I don't know his name. Don't never want to know his name, Bullet. But I almost, if I could have reached across the table without pulling my back out, I'd have punched him right in the face. He actually purchased the book That's not from Brian Blair, which kind of made him an idiot back because he didn't buy my book. But anyway, but the reason he made that idiot, but he actually, if you can believe this, Bullet, he actually asked Brian Blair, would you sign it? Would you sign it in kayfabe? Now, that's exactly what he said. He said, and even Brian Blair, who wrote the book on kayfabe terms, said, excuse me, and the guy said, well, can you sign it kayfabe? Now, Bullet, I'm just telling you right now.
I'm sitting back. I want you to explain this to me, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
I mean, how do you do that? Now, Brian Blair took the book, and he signed something. Now, I don't know if it was signed in kayfabe. I don't know. But, Bullet, first thing that come to my head, it's like me going up to Santa asking him to take his beard off. You hit. I don't even know the reason I hate that yet, but I hate it.
I don't either. I don't know. I don't.
Bullet, is it possible? Is it? Can you write something in kayfabe? That's what the guy said.
I think he's just not a linguist. I think he just used that word improperly. I think that's all
hated
it is.
it. And
I think he just used the word improperly.
Well, Bullet, listen. He's going in this bag, okay?
Which is the idiot bag.
That's the idiot bag, and that ain't in kayfabe. That's in straight out American English, okay? That's just stupid. But anyway, he said, can you sign it in kayfabe? And I don't know if he was trying to be one of the... he was a grown man, so I think he's trying to be like one of the boys. Bullet.
And that's okay, but, at the same time, too,
But, Bullet, here's something that we're going to leave this show on, Bullet, and it's just so amazing to me how we run into people, Bullet, and it's kind of funny. I almost wanted, but the guy was so nice, I wanted to put him in the idiot bag, but I didn't. But I was in a post office, mailing out a few Christmas cards, Bullet, to people that owe me money and stuff. And as I was waiting in line, a guy behind me, he said, excuse me, sir, real nice gentleman, not like what I'm normally used to speaking to, people with beard, dressed like me, asking for money. That's my gimmick. But anyway, Bullet, real nice guy, and I turned around and he said, don't you wrestle? And usually, I used to say yes, but now I'm kind of weary of it.
Oh, I hide it as much as I possibly can. So, I'll be at a wrestling show in wrestling gear, like, do you wrestle? I'm like, no, I do not. Right. I do not. So, it's getting very hard with those red boots on, though.
So, in your Boy Scout Bullet, canteen. Yeah. But anyway, so I told the guy, who wants to know? Real jerkish, and I wished I hadn't been. But anyway, he was a real nice guy, and he just said, Bullet, when we ran that event in Concord at the Mexican place, that he was there, and just a real nice guy, had a great time, and he said he enjoyed my match that time. And then I swear, everything was going good till he said, but I want to apologize to you for hating you that night.
I know which guy you're talking about. I remember him saying he apologized that night, George.
Yes, Bullet. But I said, excuse me. He said, no. He said, I know it's show but this guy was too nice even for Christmas.
Too nice for wrestling.
Oh, too nice for wrestling. I said, no. And we had a kind of people, long line at the post office, so everybody's kind of listening. But he said, I just want to apologize to you that I really got mad at you. And I'm thinking, what's wrong with our bit? And I kept telling him, I don't want you to apologize. I'm glad that you had a good time and that you hate my guts, okay? But that just, I don't know, Bullet. He's been real nice. That ain't what I'm saying, but he didn't have to apologize. I'm glad that he hated my guts. That's what we want him to do. And he says, he said there telling me his whole life story. He said, I don't know what come over me. He said, I just got so mad at you that night because you was just running your mouth. You wouldn't take your jacket off. And he said, I just wanted to kill you. And the whole time I'm thinking, well, that's good. That's good. But I accepted his apology. I wasn't a jerk. I accepted his apology, told him thank you, and we'll see him at the matches. And we, parted ways, and it was
just... But it's better that he got mad at you as opposed to his wife or his kid. Let's be honest.
That's exactly right.
If anybody's going to get mad at anybody...
See, Dad, you don't work, you wrestle even saves marriages, Bullet.
Yep.
You know that? Wow. I didn't even know that, Bullet. Yep. Man, I love that. But folks, thank y'all. Bullet. I'm so impressed with you this past week, Bullet. What a long trip that you had, Bullet, and made straight back. But what a heck of a house they had. That was where you were at?
Blizzard Brawl, yes. Dave Hero runs an event. I don't know if he runs multiple events throughout the year, but he definitely runs this big event every year. It's killing me right now. I think it's for muscular dystrophy. I think it's for muscular dystrophy. I apologize if I got the wrong charity that it's for. It's basically for young kids and stuff like that.
Right.
Cystic fibrosis. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Cystic fibrosis. Excuse me. It's for cystic fibrosis, and it's a wonderful event. It draws a lot of people. A lot of good was done that night in the name of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
And you know what? I came in and I was just kind of waiting for the promoter to tell me to move my stuff. You shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
But no, Dave Hero, very, very much like, oh, go ahead. Very accommodating. Very happy. He smiled too much for a promoter.
Oh yeah.
It bothered me.
Yeah.
So I guess
he actually had a good time.
Well, when you have that many people there, I'm sure you can use it for a smile.
Oh, that's true too.
But at the same time, too, he's smiling. So maybe that's the secret to drawing a big house as a promoter.
I ain't figured that out yet.
Having a positive attitude and doing something positive.
I know I was missing something.
And that's what happened at Blizzard Brawl. And they raised a lot of money for cystic fibrosis.
And you jumped in, loaded everything. You jumped in then? Did you?
I only got a couple hours sleep, and then I woke up in Racine in a snowstorm, slid through my first intersection. Wasn't sure if I was gonna make it on the interstate, but as I got driving, it got better because I was heading south, and then it got worse, and then just kept raining, and then finally I got to Charlotte. So in about a 24-hour period, I traveled 980 miles.
Wow.
By myself.
And
it was me and Stone Cold Steve Austin on the podcast.
Oh, yes. Stone Cold got us home again, Bullet.
Yes.
And you know what? If I hadn't already picked somebody to edit bag, I thought what was comical is when you had posted that, several people had commented on it, and, they always say, well, let me tell you about when I did this. Or, I did that one time. I drove 2,000. I always think it's funny, maybe not in an idiot bag kind of way, but... we're focusing on you and you just getting back alive, Bullet. But there's always some, I just get tickled because there's always somebody that has drove a little bit further than you and made it in a little bit of better time than we have.
And there's a couple stops in there that were a little sketchy and stuff like that. I had to take care of some high spots business. So.
Man, that's for another time, another story. No, we gotta get off here. But I heard a little bit of that, and I was very impressed with that very election agency. But anyway,
sitting next to Stallion.
Just Stallion go out again. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that, Bullet. But anyway, great time. We got a great week this coming up. 2 big shows this weekend, Bullet, and just a lot of stuff going on. And of course, everybody just remember our. I know it ain't till February Super Bowl weekend, but the big Seagrove Super Show that we do a lot of good that night too. So thank you for buying the book, folks.
All right, where are you at this weekend, George?
Real close. Friday night, of course. Saturday. I'll start off with Saturday going to Burns Middle School right there in Gaffney, Shelby. Big old fundraiser there also. And then Friday night, one of our good friends used to be in Pageland, the principal there, Jim Hefner, who we've been in the ring with a few times. Actually transferred to Lincoln, North Carolina, Battleground Elementary. Man, why? I don't know if that name of that school should scare me or I should be excited, but Battleground Elementary in Lincoln, North Carolina, Friday night, Bullet, a big fundraiser, and I kind of love it because, it's amazing when you go to a show like you said with that Mr. Hero promoter when they want you there. You know what I'm saying? When you show up at the gymnasium and they're not mad at you because they're worried about the floor, they're so glad to see you there because they know you're there to help them out, Bullet. And that's what Friday and Saturday is going to be about. They're actually glad to see us, believe it or not. So anyway, a lot going on, Bullet. Busy week, and getting ready to get cranked up for Christmas. So
there you go. Well,
thank you everybody for the book. I'm serious about the Colt Cabana podcast. I love it when people, because I love knowing how people hear about it. A lot of people I know, man, I was amazed, Bullet. Over 500 people have watched our 50th episode. We may go back and do it again. Let's go back and do 50 again, Bullet. But I love that many people, and they all loved it. Got a lot of people put over my Batman jacket, Bullet, which I was very excited about that.
Viewership is going up, George.
I'm telling you,
we're doing a good
buddy.
job.
I'm telling you what,
it's all these graphics that we're working on. So.
Hey, see what happens, folks? We didn't have to spend a dime. It's amazing when you see a piece of paper on the floor what you can do with it. But anyway, I'm very happy, Bullet. Just so proud of y'all and my guys, and just everything's going good here at highspots.com. George South TV.
And speaking of highspots.com, George South book is available at highspots.com.
Yes. Well, see, I didn't know, but the guy that posted that may have been your friend. That's why I didn't put him in the idiot bag, Bullet. But